Good day. So today I will be discussing you the strategies and assessment in teaching drama. Literature includes various genres: poetry, drama, prose, and fiction. That is to say, drama is one of the most important genres. It has become one of the successful and effective aspects of teaching literature. Drama is taught not only to please and instruct the learners, but also to develop in them the skill of interaction. Interaction, therefore, is the main aim of teaching drama to language learners. Teaching drama can benefit the language learner in various ways. Strategies for teaching drama, also known as drama techniques or drama convention, are the everyday tools of drama teacher. They help to develop inquiry skills to encourage negotiation, understanding, and creativity. They can enhance performance skills such as character development and the storytelling, and to be used across the curriculum to actively involve students in their own learning. First, 3D living picture. Works of art, book illustration, and photographs can provide powerful inspiration for drama. Image can easily be brought to life through freeze frames through tracking and improvisation to create a 3D living picture. Choose an image that depicts a range of characters. The picture should be big enough to be seen by the whole group, ideally projected onto the wall or a large poster displayed where everyone can talk about it. 2. Visualize the character as you read stage direction. Imagine you are the character. Visualize going through a day as if you were the character. Each time you complete the visualization, write notes about what you notice. This will help your development the character further. This will also help you to be familiar with the story. 3. Action clip. Working with freeze frames is a very accessible drama strategy, suitable for those new to drama as well as old hands. It is only a small step to move from still image into improvisation. Just follow this step to create an action clip. First, start with a freeze frame created by a group. Second, use thought tracking to find out what each of the characters are thinking and feeling. 3. Explain that you would like the group to bring the scene alive for a few moments with a speech and movement. Initiate this by saying action or simply clapping your hands to start the scene. 4. Let the improvisation run for a short time, ideally before the performers run out of steam, and then end it with another signal such as cut or freeze, or by clapping your hands a second time. The improvisation will usually last for just a few seconds and certainly no longer than 1 minute. Action clip Action clips gives the student the opportunity to enjoy acting out a small part of the story without worrying about how to start or finish the scene. The teacher can easily control how much is shown, especially if the students start to repeat themselves or run out of things to say. After a few sessions of working in this way, students will become more confident about devising and presenting rather short scenes. 4. Cross-cutting. Cross-cutting, also called split screen, is a drama technique borrowed from the world of film editing, where two scenes are intercut to establish continuity in drama and theater. The term is used to describe two or more scenes which are performed on stage at the same time. This makes it possible to juxtapose scenes or snippets of scenes that happen at different times or in different places, using separate areas of the performance space. The technique is also used to highlight or contrast a particular theme or aspect of the story. Using different groupings, both scenes could happen at the same time, or one could be frozen while the other comes alive. This can have a similar effect to spotlighting particular areas of the stage or using a split screen in a film. 5. Conscience alley. A useful technique for exploring any kind of dilemma faced by a character, providing an opportunity to analyze a decisive moment in a greater detail. The class forms two lines facing each other. One person, the teacher or a participant, walks between the lines as each member of the group seeks their advice. It can be organized so that those on one side give opposing advice to those on the other. When the character reaches the end of the alley, she makes her decision. Number 6. Flashback and flash forwards. Performers in a scene are asked to improvise scenes which take place seconds, minutes, days, or years. Before or after a dramatic moment, this enables the exploration of characters. backgrounds, motivation, and the consequence of their action. The method can be used to quickly bring depth to activities involving freeze frames or improvised drama. Adding flashbacks or flash forwards creates a context. It shows what led up to a particular movement, how it might be resolved, or how it may lead on to additional challenges. The technique helps to flesh out a dramatic moment or create the beginnings of a story. Number 7. Forum theater. A technique pioneered by Brazilian radical Augusto Boal, a play or scene, usually indicating some kind of operation, is shown twice during the replay. Any member of the audience, spectator, is allowed to shout, "Stop," step forward, and take the place of one of the oppressed character, showing how they could change the situation to enable a different outcome. Several alternatives may be explored by different spec actors. The other actors remain in characters, improvising their responses. A facilitator or a joker is necessary to enable communication between the players and the audience. 8. Hot spotting. What is hot spotting? A quick and efficient way to progress from thought tracking to hot sitting when developing characters. Start with a freeze frame. Still image showing a scene. Use thought tracking to hear the thoughts of the character. Now choose one of the characters and ask the audience if they have any question about what the character said, motives, thoughts, and feelings. The character stays within the freeze frame while within the scene but can move while answering. This is similar to hot sitting, but it can be a lot easier for the characters to answer as they are already enrolled within the scene. 9. Hot sitting. What is hot sitting? A character is questioned by the group about his or her background, behavior, and motivation. The moment may be used for developing a role in drama lesson or rehearsals, or analyzing a play post performance. Even done without preparation, it is an excellent way of fleshing out a character. Characters may be hot seated individually, in pairs, or small groups. The technique is additionally useful for developing questioning skills with the rest of the group. How do you do hat sitting? The traditional approach is for the pupil playing the character to sit on a chair in front of the group. Arranged in a semicircle, although the characters may be hat seated in the pairs or group, it is helpful if the teacher takes on the role of facilitator to guide the questioning and constructive direct. To help students begin, you can try hat sitting children in pairs, example, pair of street urchins or group like environmental protester or refugees. Lastly, marking the moment. Marking the moment is a dramatic technique used to highlight a key moment in scenes or improvisation. This can be done in a number of different ways. For example, through slow motion. A freeze frame narration, thought tracking, or music, it has a similar effect to using a spotlight to focus attention on an area of the stage at a particular moment during a performance. Assessment in drama. It is sometimes difficult to quantify the benefits of participating in drama activities, but Arts on the Move has created some free drama achievement reports to help teachers to assess students' progress in drama and theater activities. So I prepared 10 assessment. First, teacher observation. Second, discussion and reflection. Third, involvement. Four, drama journals or bag. Five, retrieval practice. Six, formative assessment. Seven, make student self-assessment work in drama. 8. Creating goals based on descriptive feedback. 9. Anecdotal assessment. 10. Formative assessment that checks students' understanding. First, teacher's observation. Take time to sit and observe your student from the back of the class occasionally. It's amazing how much you can learn from a small amount of silent observation. Watch how they interact, plan respond to each other, generate ideas, develop those ideas whether they lead or follow and why. See what they enjoy, what sparks them, and which activities they struggle with. Make mental notes and occasionally take an actual note. It's a good habit for drama practitioners to adopt. Second, discussion and reflection. Discussion is an essential element of drama. Whether this comes in the form of responding to a question about form, practice, or product, or as method of self-reflection. It is critical that the drama process includes both discussion and reflection. This could also involve reflecting on the performance by other students or from visiting theater practitioner, or on the work of professional or amateur theater companies, and evaluating those different performances. Alongside this, personal reflection, analyzing strengths and weaknesses, and evaluating progress are essential to development and improvement in drama. 3. Involvement. Involvement in many simple drama activities such as games and exercises, Role plays, activities, brainstorming, improvising, group or whole class, discussion, storyboarding, and hat sitting all perform the role of a formal assessment, encouraging quieter students to engage. Calming the energetic students, teaching students to take turns, respect each other, know their limits, and expand them. These are the nuts and the bolts of drama and form the skeleton of any assessment criteria. 4. Drama journals or black. If you don't want your student to have the stress of writing regular drama journal entries, they can create online blogs instead. Journals are time consuming to both write and read, but blogs can be produced and responded to very quickly. Either way, these are both effective methods of informal assessment. 5. Retrieval practice. Example, entry takers are retrieval practice. They are the initial quiz done at the beginning of the lesson, but rather than make them a formal quiz, make them more informal by handling them the student as they enter. Form, Formative assessment. Example, tickets are formative assessment. They are completed at the end of the lesson as students are leaving. They are a series of questions drawn from the content of the lesson you've just taught and are designed to gauge rough understanding of your class's general level of comprehension. This information will help you then make decision about what happened next. 7. Make student self-assessment work drama. Giving learners the opportunity to be able to reflect on their progress and their needs can be immensely powerful tool in learning. Learn how to improve how you and your student use feedback to improve their work over 3 steps. Stage 1, modeling good feedback. The first stage of helping learners to become autonomous is to model good feedback yourself. Feedback needs to be a fine balance of being kind, specific, and helpful. Any feedback given must be kind. It must not be become personal matter. The purpose of feedback must be at the heart of the exercise, which is to make the performance better. Stage 2, developing feedback skills in students. At the beginning, it can be exceedingly difficult for learners to understand how to give this kind of thought or true balance and help constructive feedback. It is important that they understand the role is not to trip each other up or call the other out of doing something wrong, but instead to act as a guide or a critical friend. Doing so takes time and practice through peer assessment. Step 3, autonomous learners. This may be 3 good ways of helping students improve their peer assessment, but they are also helping learners to understand the value and importance of a good, robust, and sound feedback. In the classroom, there are always 3 sources of formative assessment: teacher assessment, peer assessment, and self assessment. It is incredibly important that self assessment is not just as strong as teacher assessment, but in many respects, students can become the drivers of their own improvement and development. So, as you model strong feedback yourself and structure robust peer assessment to take place, encourage your learners to take the next step and become autonomous in their work. 8. Creating goals based on descriptive feedback. You may wish to use a tool for descriptive feedback such as the IG, which was created by one of our group members in her college. D. What I have done well. I. Ways to improve student makes a list of things they can improve for next time, or if it's mid assignment, how they can improve for the end assignment. G. Goals to make students or teacher can suggest goals for students to have next time. Number 9. Anecdotal assessment. Jotting the notes about behavior skills observed during drama process work can be an invaluable tool, as this type of assessments allow for specific observation to make that may not be part of rubric or checklist. Example, will use a lot expressive voice during the improv game but should work on using his body more. Sunny was shy to share her ideas during planning of her goods puppet show. You may also write anecdotal notes based on an interview with an individual student or simply the answer they give to a question. 10. Formative assessment that checks students' understanding. Some of these assessment strategies depend on how well students can monitor their own understanding and are comfortable sharing that information with the teachers. A. Thumbs up, upside down. Ask students to rate their understanding of particular part of a lesson. A thumb up means they completely understand. A thumb down means they don't get it. A thumb to the sides means students understand a some of part of the concept. B. Fist to 5. This is similar to the thumbs upside down techniques except students use their hand to indicate level of understanding from 0. Fist meaning I don't understand at all. 5. Fingers up to meaning I understand completely. See individual student whiteboards. Student can easily write down an answer, rate their mood or understanding, or give a star or wish to grow presentation drama using individual whiteboards. These can often be found at the dollar store or bought in a large space. The exit ticket. At the end of the lesson, have students briefly answer a question, reflect on a performance, or summarize their understanding of a topic on a piece of paper. You may then use that information to evaluate student understanding and determine next step for a class for it an individual student. Similarly, you could do the same beginning of the next class. Some example of question you might pose to student to answer on in XLIP are: what is one thing you learned today about how to present to an audience? Name one star and one wish about No One Kimai Shadow's puppet show. Did you enjoy role playing with a partner today? Why or why not? And that would be all. Thank you.